From News 19, I'm meteorologist Daniel Bonds. Always good to review the watch versus warning terminology. Watch means conditions are favorable for bad weather. A warning means it's happening or likely happening. And at that point during a warning, you do want to take cover. Tornado terminology. We have that tornado watch on Tuesday, and that means conditions are favorable for tornadoes to form. We even had a couple of tornado warnings, and a tornado warning means a tornado has been spotted or is at least being indicated on radar. Tornado emergency means there's a severe threat to human life and possible catastrophic damage. Now, if you do get a warning, severe thunderstorm and or tornado warning, there are some places you should go if you're indoors. You do want to stay away from windows and doors. You want to go to the centermost part of your house. Hallway, a closet, maybe even the stairs. If you do have a basement, that's the absolute best place. But biggest thing is you want to put as many walls between you and the outdoors if you have some severe weather impacting your area. Here's kind of a timeline of the severe weather threats on Friday. Tornado warnings certainly will be possible. Severe thunderstorm warnings, severe thunderstorms producing some damaging wind gusts. Large hail, also a possibility, and smaller risk for heavy downpours. Quiet weather right now. Quiet weather for today. High pressure in control of our weather across South Carolina and the southeast. That's going to be the case throughout your Thursday. A few clouds will be possible. It'll be a mild day too, with temperatures in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Those rainfall chances will start to increase Friday afternoon, especially mid to late afternoon. You'll notice those thunderstorms starting to move into parts of the state. They'll move basically from the southwest towards the northeast. They'll be scattered in nature by 5 o'clock, and then we'll have a pretty good line of storms start to push through the Midlands and South Carolina later Friday evening. This is 9 o'clock. You'll notice that line moves on through. Once that main line moves on through, the threat for severe weather will be over at that point, and then things will be dry, a little bit breezy though on Saturday. We are under this enhanced risk for the majority of South Carolina, all of the Midlands under this enhanced risk for severe weather on Friday. And enhanced risk means numerous storms, possibly severe, persistent, and or widespread, and could be a few intense storms, and that does include the risk for tornadic activity. Wind damage still the greatest threat for Friday, but as we mentioned, we can't totally rule out that risk for tornado warnings as well. A lot like Tuesday, we'll have some opportunities for severe weather. Can't rule out some large hail. That wasn't the case on Tuesday, but that will be the case on Friday. There could be some large hail. As far as confidence is concerned, Tuesday there was a high confidence in a widespread event. Friday, the confidence is a touch lower, but the impacts are still elevated. So the confidence in a widespread event a little bit lower, but the impacts still the same. Rainfall amounts not nearly as high on Friday compared to Tuesday, probably a quarter to a half inch. There'll be some areas that get a little bit less, but the upstate will probably get a little bit more. The upstate and right along and north of I-20 are the areas that are at the highest risk for flash flooding on Friday as the storms kind of move on through. Another chance for rain possibly Monday and or Tuesday. That's the European forecast model. Here's the American model showing that chance for rain Monday and or Tuesday. We'll kind of have to maybe adjust that just a touch in our 7-day forecast. Not bad today though, with highs in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Lows tonight dropping back down into the mid to upper 30s under partly cloudy skies. Here's your 7-day forecast. As we've been talking about, severe storms possible tomorrow. The weekend looks fine with those highs in the lower 50s on Saturday, mid 50s on Sunday. Another chance for rain Monday. May linger into Tuesday. Temperatures do really cool off next week, especially by Wednesday, with those highs possibly in the mid 40s. Upstate forecast, we got the rain for tomorrow. The weekend is going to be dry for the upstate and the coastal region, so looking good over the weekend, but we do have to get through this chance for severe weather on Friday in the form of severe thunderstorms, possible damaging wind gusts, and that possibility for some large hail.